Transitioning to Dallas Goedert, Philadelphia Eagles tight end. We worked this deal for the opportunity to win one more ring, or at least one more shot to be closer to one more ring. You and I both already going on record that we would be shocked if the Eagles don't repeat this year. You know, as long as Jalen Hurts is healthy, we both agree that the opportunity will be there. I think the loss to C.J. Gardner-Johnson is going to be felt, but I'm hoping that in his loss not being combined with the rookie defensive coordinator will be able to allow them to progress and do some different things. But as far as Goddard reworking the deal, I don't know if it's interesting on the deal perspective, but I think it is interesting that you don't hear anything coming out of Philly. There's no complaining. There's no, oh, I want my money. There's no holdouts. It's like, it's just, So that's what I take away from this. What do you take away from it?
There's two things. I still think he's a top 10 guy, but the problem is not so much it's not so much for me when it comes to his ability, it comes to his availability. Because you don't know when he's going to be
number one ability, though. That's the number one ability.
That is true. That is true. And I think you'll start to see a shift in the offense a little bit more anyway. Because you got another guy who's going to be a free agent. First, I'll stay with Goddard here. I'm shocked that he took that much of a pay cut. I know he was going 14. In fact, he went down to 10. It's basically Josh Sweat all over again. So you got that. And then the fact that you have Jahan Dotson, who they're going to want to feature a little bit more in this offense as opposed to last year. Those touches, they come to say, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, those are offense. But we got Jahan Dotson, who operates in the same area in the field. So maybe you'll see a little bit going that way. I'm shocked they didn't take a tight end this year in the draft higher up. I thought they would have done that to keep some consistency going. But for Goddard, this is his year to try. He's not going to get the big deal that he's looking for. Obviously, everybody said, basically the league told him without saying it, you're not worth that much. So he's going to try to get as much, but I can see him a little bit more motivated than usual, try to get that one last deal.
Well, it makes sense for Philly to try to feature Dotson a little bit because in professional sports, you can't do the same move again. Like the players, coaches, they'll catch up to you. So you have to add something new. And you have to do something different. So, and adding something new is not the same as doing something different. Adding I'm going to go to an NBA analogy. Adding a baseline fadeaway jump shot, right, would be something new. Doing something different would be instead of going when you always go left, pulling up, you end passing out. So that's something different than what you normally did. So the reason why I bring that up is I feel like it makes sense that they would feature Dotson more and Goddard's touches to go down. Also, you mentioned it, I'll say it too, there's an elephant in the room. He hasn't really been healthy. So you want to have another offense or another playbook or something else you can check to if he's not available. So we'll see what happens. Look, man, we're gonna be talking Eagles a lot when the season starts. I just love the fact we're not talking in the offseason. Yeah. I love the fact that I'll be real with you. I love the fact that we're not talking about them in the offseason. Yeah, I'd love to see them go after the Cincinnati Bengals defensive end, but if they don't, I'm not going to boo them about it. You know what I mean? I love the fact that you just don't hear anything